We'll begin the work week with field hockey from Durfee High School as the rivals from Somerset-Berkley, the Blue Raiders, come to town to square off against the Hilltoppers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome high atop the press box, live from Durfee High School. Great to be with you. Well, the first time these two schools met up, it was a 1-1 draw, the final result. No wins for either side. But since that time, both teams have changed a little bit as they start to evolve and have chemistry develop throughout the season. For Somerset-Berkley, they're coming in at 6-3-3, and they had a good win against Oliver Ames, a tie against Oliver Ames, a very tough team from the Hockomock. Now, on the other side, Durfee at 8-3-3 are coming off a 10-0 victory against Brockton, another conference rival for them. So they've done pretty well in conference, at least in the games that we have featured here. The last time we were here, Durfee won 2-1, a comeback victory against their arch nemesis, the New Bedford Whalers. Now, today, Durfee will be without their starting goalie. We'll see if that has any impact on the game, but Coach Henrique says the team is ready to rock and roll. We hope you stick around. All the action's coming up next, live on Fred TV. Don't go away.
The Gothic Revival-style arch at Oak Grove Cemetery signals the final resting place of some of Fall River's most prominent residents.
Since 1873, thousands of funeral processions have passed through these ornate iron gates. War heroes, abolitionists, mill owners, and Lizzie Borden are buried within these walls.
Despite fine craftsmanship and historical recognition, the arch was unable to withstand time and the elements, and was in danger of collapse.
10 years ago, Fall River residents voted to adopt the Community Preservation Act, which allows for a 1.5% surcharge on property tax bills. This cherished landmark was saved with funds through the Community Preservation Act.
In just 5 months, this time using some modern machinery, local contractors refurbished the granite arch and replaced sections of the gate.
A uniquely Fall River work of art and a respectful reflection for the dead has been saved for future generations.
CPA funds have supported thousands of significant projects in Massachusetts. Thank you for your continued interest in community beautification and betterment.
Welcome back, everybody, to Durfee High School as the Durfee Hilltoppers take the field. We are ready to rock and roll here. Somerset-Berkley in town to square off against Durfee. Again, you see the records there. Very close, very similar. A lot of the same opponents. Many similar opponents, I should say. Like, in fact, on Friday, today's Monday, yep. On Friday, Somerset-Berkley is going to play Old Rochester, and for Durfee, they're playing them on Wednesday. So, a lot of similar opponents here in 2021 as we get ready for action here at Durfee. We're underway, 15 minutes on the clock. A running clock here in field hockey. Hilltoppers have made some changes, according to Coach Nicole Henrique, the head coach for the Hilltoppers. One being that they've put Kat Govin more to like a mid-forward, give her some more chances with scoring goals. We've seen her really make a splash here as a freshman on varsity here. And so we'll look for her at number 2 for the Hilltoppers. On the other side, one of the key players for Coach Jen Crook of the Blue Raiders is Captain Lauren Rothwell. She's a midfielder, but even Coach Henrique mentioning her during pregame warm-ups when I spoke with both coaches, and she said she's definitely a playmaker, and in fact, she's one of the players that Coach is hoping the Hilltoppers can kind of target or mark, I guess you could say, defensively to, kind of contain her. That is one of her keys to the game. The other is to really maintain ball possession. The last time that we were here was that New Bedford game. We showed you the game-winning goal with just under 2.5 minutes to play, the go-ahead, which was the game winner. That 2-1 victory is a really good game. But one of the things that Durfee did very well, in particular in the second half of that game, was ball control and maintaining possession, and that's something that Coach Henrique really feels is going to be a key to Durfee's success. You may recall how many times the Hilltoppers had corners in that second half. I mean, they went through a string. I think there was one point where they had 5 or 6 in a row, and they just kept, putting plays together, setting up formations, and sooner or later they were able to punch a couple in. So, looking from that perspective, though, the ball was up in New Bedford's defensive zone for much of that second half. And for the Hilltoppers, as Govan weaves through traffic, gets by another. Can she take a shot? She will. Oh, it's blocked by Sydney Dufresne. A great kick save here in the early goings. But, man, Govan weaving through multiple defenders to get that shot off. An early chance for Durfee, but this is the kind of press that coach is hoping for, and to keep ball possession and keep things down, wear out Somerset's defense, and sooner or later, right? I say it all the time, the more shots you put on net, sooner or later, one of them's going to go. And that's exactly what happened in our last coverage for the New Bedford game. Both teams coming off, as I mentioned in the open, strong performances in their last games. For Somerset, they're coming off a 1-1 tie against Oliver Ames. That was on Saturday, and Oliver Ames in the Hockomock League. There are some really tough teams in the Hockomock. That was a non-league play, and then before that, Somerset had rattled off 5 wins in a row, all conference games for them, and they were outscoring their opponent here. Let's see, 31-3. And that's, of course, in conference play. So some lower division teams, that's not to minimize it, it's their own, a lot of their own conference teams, not necessarily, Southeast conference teams, which are, Durfee's conference. So a little different, but still, they're the class of their conference, once again, doing very well. They have not lost since September 22nd against Dighton Rehoboth. They're going to, they've already seen DR twice. They avenged that loss last week, on the 8th, rather, about a week and a half ago. For Durfee, they've looked pretty good as well. They haven't lost since October 5th, and that was against Old Rochester. As I said, they will see them next on Wednesday this week. But Durfee has gone 3-0-1 over their last 4 games. That includes New Bedford, Bridgewater Raynham, Dartmouth, and Brockton. So they've ran the gamut for conference teams, and in that stretch, the Hilltoppers have outscored their opponents 17-3. The wins were New Bedford. We saw that one. That was the first. BR 3-0 on the road. Dartmouth tied 2-2. That is a big turnaround from last year when the Indians really put it to the Hilltoppers. And then coming off a win last Friday against Brockton right here. A 10-0 victory for Durfee. And mind you, that one loss mixed in against Old Rochester, well, Durfee also had won 3 in a row before that. So they've really been on a nice stretch as well, dating back to a victory against Seekonk on September 22nd. Durfee is 6-1-1 in those 8 games. So they're finishing the season strong. This is how you want to finish the season. You want to finish strong. You don't want to be fading, heading into the tournament, which the Hilltoppers have qualified for. Got a little more clarification. There are the power rankings. Some interesting things to note. And again, we're still kind of deciphering all of this. There was not at least nothing came to our station. There was not any official kind of release explaining a lot of the power rankings and stuff from the MIAA. There is stuff on the website, sure, but it's very confusing, I have to be honest with you. And all the coaches I've talked to also seem to be rather confused by a lot of it. So, and I'm not just talking, say, Fall River coaches. I've talked to a number of coaches in the area, and basically what it's coming down to is you have the power rankings. At least this is what I've been told now over the last few days. You have the power rankings, right? So you can get into the tournament that way. But if you win half your games, if you go at least 500, you will still get in. What you're not getting are automatic playoff berths based on your conference play. So it's almost like it's almost unceremonial to win your conference now. It's not going to get you in the tournament. In front, crossing, pass, and it is going to go! Hilltoppers will take the 1-0 lead about halfway into the first. So 1-0 Durfee here. They start off ahead. That was key to the game number 3 for Coach Henrique and the Hilltoppers. Play from ahead. Don't play from behind. Play with a lead. Things change drastically with your game plan and your confidence when you don't have to play from behind. You lose that kind of desperation, if you will. You're playing with more control, knowing that you have the advantage. It's up now to the opponent to try to tie it up and answer. So that's a big goal early here for Durfee. You may hear some cheering as well. There's football going on behind us. Obviously not varsity, but there is football nonetheless here at Durfee. I think it's the I think it's freshmen. Let's pull up the schedule here. Let's see. Football. JV football. Here we go. Yeah, JV football's here against Dartmouth. They got to be close to done actually, because it was a 4 o'clock start. So just past 5:30 here. Blue Raiders pressing a bit here, getting the ball down into Durfee's zone. The Hilltoppers will get the reset as they send it towards midfield past the red line. Turned around by Karis Botello, now taken back up the field and crossing midfield. The Hilltoppers surging ahead, breaking it up and cutting in as Reese Swanson. And it goes out of play, so the Blue Raiders will now go on the reset. We welcome our fans in Somerset. If you're joining us late, this will be available on YouTube after the game at Fred TV Sports. We'll also be sharing this with Somerset Cable, as we've always done when we do Somerset games. We'll be sharing it as well. So you should be seeing this on your local channel probably by later this week. Govan gets by Swanson. Chucks it ahead. Gets interfered with, runs into her own player, and a whistle sounds. And it looks like a card was assessed. Govan exiting. And will have to be on the sidelines for a short time. That one sent towards the Somerset end, towards the forwards for the Hilltoppers, but clearing it out nicely. Nicole Texera. Now down the field it goes. And Durfee coming off, as I said, a 10-0 win against Brockton. They've had some blowout victories this season. That's one of them. Actually, they've blown out Brockton twice. 25-0 in 2 games, the output for Durfee. They scored 15, shutting out Brockton at Brockton, and then here on Friday, 10-0. Got contributions from a number of players, including Shakira Cadet, who I had a chance to speak with pregame as well while I was waiting for Coach Henrique. So good contributions. That's the kind of stuff that makes a coach happy, when you can get a number of players involved in your scoring and in your games, in your success, right? That goes into the circle and bounces back out. Hilltoppers clear it. It goes out of play on the far sideline. Giving chase for it there is Ava Ponce. Appears that she will reset play. Two and a half minutes here left in this first quarter. I'll tell you what a difference a week makes. It finally, fall has arrived, needless to say. 57 degrees here as we come up on 5:45. The sun dipped behind some clouds here late in the day. It was really nice with the sun out, but the wind has picked up here. It is quite gusty here at the field. It says 9 miles an hour, but yeah, there's definitely stronger gusts than that. You can hear it in the headset and the microphone here. So it is quite cool here at Durfee, and it's gonna be like this probably the rest of the way now. We were lucky. We really have had decent weather this fall for all of our action. Boys soccer had senior night here at Durfee on Thursday, while I had girls coverage out in Dartmouth. I also had football out in Dartmouth with DCTV as well. So if you missed both of those live streams, they're also on our YouTube and Dartmouth Community Media's YouTube. We appreciate them, of course, sharing the game with us as well. They'll be airing in Fall River here on Fred TV. On Thursday this week is our other coverage of high school sports. Kind of a light week. We have a very, very stacked week next week to wrap up the regular season. So sticking a little bit of a lighter week this week. And so on Thursday, girls soccer will be here against Brockton. Very controversial game out in Brockton last week. Coach Roach lost 4 players to season-ending injuries as a direct result of boxers' play. And so things have changed quite a bit with how the Lady Hilltoppers look right now. And so we will see them on Thursday, 6 o'clock game, and we hope that you'll join us for that one as well. All right, we have run out of time here in the first. So aside from the bit of stoppage time, if you will, from the goal and the reset, first quarter just about done here at Durfee. We'll play a few extra seconds and wait for the officials to call it. But on Thursday's broadcast, we will have, there is the siren, the scoreboard signifying that the first quarter has come to a close here. And it's 1-0 Durfee. A goal coming about 7 minutes into this first quarter to put the Hilltoppers ahead 1-0 against Somerset. So a good start for the Hilltoppers in this rivalry game. I was going to mention that on Thursday's girls soccer game, you will see the senior night ceremony from boys soccer last Thursday. We will have that during that game for you. We did have a camera crew here despite my absence from the game itself. So we'll have that. Girls soccer is Thursday at 6 against Brockton. And then, you know, just kind of a preview. We'll kill a little bit of time here. Just a preview for next week. We have literally something every day. Senior night for field hockey is here on Monday. I hope it doesn't rain. Unfortunately, these games we have to do from the roof because there are no windows on the back of the press box to see this side of the field. So as long as it doesn't rain, we will be here for the full game. If it rains, we'll have to make some adjustments to at least get the senior night ceremony, but the hope is that we'll keep our fingers crossed for good weather. Then we have Diamond Girls Soccer on Tuesday. We'll have girls volleyball senior night ceremony on Wednesday, followed by the Fred TV sponsored school committee debate. We did this 2 years ago. There'll be a panel of student government representatives from Durfee. So the students will be asking the questions to our candidates. So that is at 6:30 on Wednesday the 27th. Then boys soccer on the 28th. Diamond coming in here. This was actually supposed to be our first game of the year for coverage. Got rescheduled to the 28th, so that'll be here on next Thursday. And then next Friday, a double hit. Girls soccer senior night, and then there's volleyball inside the field house. So we have a very busy week to end October and the regular season before we head to the tournament. So it's going to be a fun ride for the next 10 work days. Hilltoppers have taken the field. The Raiders are now doing so as well. 15 minutes on the clock as we get ready for the second quarter here at Durfee. And here we go. The whistle sounds and we play on. Of course, Durfee wearing their home white uniforms. Somerset-Berkley on the wearing their road navy blue uniforms. Govan loses her stick. Whistle sounds. Govan hit with the foul against Rothwell. Well, after that little bit of clouds, nice sunset over the hill. We're not going to see any sun here, but I'm sure down by the waterfront, the boardwalk looks very nice. We get a nice slow pan up to the sky here, Sam. Nice slow pan up to the sky. Lots of color. Beautiful fall sunset with the clouds. Play resumes. And a reset coming here from about the 40, and it'll be Rothwell sending it back up the field. You know, Coach Crook said rather inexperienced squad this year. Lost a lot of players to graduation, or at least some key players last year. The Blue Raiders did, as that's cleared to the side. So while there are a lot of seniors on her roster, in fact, here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seniors. There's not as much experience either. So she said only about 3 starters returned this year. So that kind of gives you an idea. And she said, you know, a lot of the losses came earlier in the year. The team has been working hard to kind of start gelling and whatnot. And confidence has boosted quite a bit. Corner coming, much to the chagrin of some of the Durfee fans, as the official making a call from the back here. It was really the official down the field. That's actually Coach Ted Regan officiating. He's on that far side without the hat. But our official on the near side of the screen making a call that, at least according to the fans, they didn't think was his call. Too far down the field. The corner does not hurt the Hilltoppers, though, as they're able to get it back toward midfield and as it goes out of bounds on that far sideline. That hit off Rothwell. She got in the way, and it's going to go back the other way. Cut off by Sarah McNally. And the Hilltoppers resets coming toward the line. Cut off there now by Nicole Ledwidge, one of 3 captains for the Blue Raiders. Cleared out on the sideline. And it'll be a reset for the Blue Raiders. Right at the goal line. Out of play off Somerset. Durfee gets to reset at the top of the arc. Down the field it goes. Ledwidge comes in to intercept. Back to Rothwell. Other side, Carissa Albin. That's cut off by the Hilltoppers. Albin watches it go out of play, and Somerset will have it on the far sideline. Botello going to chase it down. She'll give way to Ava Ponce, who will set it back in play. Good takeaway on the far side. And now the Somerset returns the favor, but good job defensively for the Hilltoppers on the far side of the field. That goes out now off for Somerset, so Durfee will have it. And inbounding it will be Elia Delisle. Coming back to Delisle. She's met in double coverage, but gets it free. Was looking there for Tony Freitas. Freitas and Rothwell. Govin coming in, trying to jar it loose. Hilltoppers get some help on the backside there from Delisle, who came forward. Now Govin loses it. And the whistle goes against her. Swanson sends it back up the field. McNally trying to get through. Chops it ahead to Albin, and it goes out of play. Coming up on the halfway mark here in the second. These games really do go by very fast with a running clock. Another corner coming up here for Somerset-Berkley, and it looks like it's going to be Ledwidge. Nope, my bad. Ledwidge just lining up here on the near side of the arc. That looks to be Swanson, who's going to set it in play as they go right in front. They go to Rothwell. They're targeting her. That is chopped up off the hand as Delisle put her hand up there. So another corner now for Somerset. It was kind of coming up at Delisle's face. I mean, natural reactions to put your hand up, so nothing you could really do there. Right back to Rothwell. Passing it off. Shot taken wide to the left by maybe a foot. Ava Ponce tried to tie it up. Damani Hall tracking it the whole way. He's in goal today for Kaylee Hutchinson, the regular starting goalie for the Hilltoppers. The Hilltoppers having to do without her today. So it's, in this case, next man up. We're still in October here, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Hilltoppers had their pink night against New Bedford. They had pink jerseys on today. You just see the pink accessories, using pink balls on the field as well. So good swing right down the field. Man, that had legs. That took off. That really skipped right down the field in a hurry. No one getting there for the Hilltoppers or Somerset. Now, field hockey stick, it's hard to really, you got to really hit it just right, and when you do, man, the ball really takes off. Right back toward the middle. Good pass. Good feet up ahead. Govan, can she beat the defender? She does. And she got one more to go. And getting in her way. Going to call the foul against Govan. The stoppage of play here, official timeout, so we're going to add a couple seconds back to the clock here, about 13. It's going to be a free ball for Somerset as we'll reset here. Certainly heard some fans calling for obstruction. I honestly, I thought so too. Directly impeding the play of Govan, trying to move down the field. The official did not see it that way. But there was certainly forward progression and a conscious effort for Govan to get to the ball. That's going to go out of play. A nice assist from the fans. Passed up ahead. Govan turns back, redirects. Still has room. Backhanded shot, and it's going to be wide to the left of the goal. That's a tough shot. And the Canadian Geese on the baseball field have come in for a rest. They love that baseball field, that's for sure. Sam knows. Sam Montero running camera. One of the baseball players for the Hilltoppers. His brother played too. David was with us this summer and late last spring, back from college, running camera for me as well. And the Geese really make a mess of that field, let me tell you. It goes way past fertilizer, let's just say that. It's gross. I don't envy the baseball players that have to play out there. Another reason we need an artificial surface out there. They don't come anywhere near this stuff. Shot taken, kick save by Hall. And looks like there was a foul on the back end of that, so it'll be a corner for Somerset, somewhere in the neighborhood here of 2.5 to 2:15 left to play here in this first half. Again, we had that stoppage. We're not synced up with the scoreboard. We kind of just go on the whistle here with the running clock. So Rothwell takes a shot. It's blocked, forging ahead. It's going to go out of play. And we're still waiting the call. And it will be out off of Somerset. Durfee ball as we roll up under 2 minutes. It's actually quite a nice night here at Durfee. If it wasn't for the wind, I mean, it's certainly cool, but it's the wind that's a killer right now. Reset on the far side, another whistle, and Somerset will have it. Final minute or so of this first half. Govan in triple coverage, pushes it ahead once again using the speed, takes the shot, fires, and it's, I think, off the crossbar, off the mitt of Dufresne. That was high, might have been going out of play, but instead batted back to the field of play. I don't think that was the crossbar. I didn't hear any, like a clunking sound. Usually you will. And a quick transition for the Blue Raiders. Nice job defensively to clear it out as Albin was really pushing up the field with very little time left here in this first half. So from a near goal for Durfee on the far side now, the reset for Somerset down this end. Rothwell. Whistle sounds, Durfee ball. Sent toward the sideline and out of play. And that's the half. Hilltoppers hold on to their early lead that they got in the first quarter and will enter the halftime break here with the 1-0 lead. Only a 1-1 tie the first 2 times these teams played each other. And here Durfee with a 1-0 lead here at halftime. We're going to take the break and we will see you on the other side for the third quarter. You're watching live field hockey on Fred TV.
This is just a good way to start the day. Like, we get the blood pumping as we're walking around the school. So I know for some of our kids, they walk to school anyway. So it's just fun to do it as a community.
Well, you have all the different countries. If you go on their website for Safe Routes, you can see all the different countries walking and all the different ways that they do so. It's really fabulous. We need to take care of our bodies and we need to take care of our minds. And by doing that is having physical activity, eating right, and making good choices in our life. And that's what's very important, because if you don't have that, health is wealth. If you don't have health, you don't have much.
This was a great opportunity for all of the kids to get outside and enjoy the beautiful day.
This is the 10th year in Fall River that we have had 100% participation. Thank you.
Hi, My name is Laura Ferrara. I am the Director of Traffic and Parking for the City of Fall River. As the school year begins, we want to remind everyone of the school zone safety laws. Crosswalks are here for a reason: your safety. Please use them. Always wait for a crossing guard to stop traffic and escort you safely. Drivers, please use caution when entering a school zone. 20-mile-per-hour speed limits are strictly enforced as mandated by state law. By being respectful and patient with one another, we can all arrive at our destination on time and in one piece. Thank you for your attention. If you have concerns or questions, please contact my office at 508-324-2123. Let's have a wonderful school year.
Welcome back to Durfee, everybody, as we get ready for the third quarter here. Durfee and Somerset. Third quarter has begun as we are done with the half. The first half, that is. And the Hilltoppers lead it 1-0 here on Fred TV on a very cool, blustery fall night here at the Durfee Athletic Complex. We've switched sides now, so the Hilltoppers will be trying to score here on the left side of the field. Somerset-Berkley will be trying to score on the right side of their field, both teams in front of their respective benches in that regard. And the Hilltoppers will get a corner here. It's the first corner of the game for Durfee. Somerset had a couple late in the first half, but Durfee none in the first half. They will have one here, though. Weak pass, not that strong to the far side there. Ball still loose in front, coming out, and will it go out of play on that far side? No, nice job kept in there. I believe that's Rothwell. Hard to see from this distance, I'll tell you. Yeah, that was Rothwell. There she is again, passing it up ahead now to McNally. That one going out of play, so Somerset will reset. That came up, hit the stick of Govan, who fires it down the field, crossing midfield all the way back to the red line here on this left side of the field. Finally getting there is Swanson, who tips it back. Foul on the far side, a reset now for the Blue Raiders. That's sent towards the sideline by Nicole Texera. And it'll force another inbounding ball from Somerset and Rothwell. Into the circle, Hilltoppers looking to clear it. And they do as it comes toward midfield. The Blue Raiders giving chase. Turned around by Ledwidge. Good pass to Rothwell. Rothwell pushing ahead, it's broken up for the moment. That was Delisle who broke it up. Now down inside the circle. We're on the edge of it. And cleared away by the Hilltoppers back toward midfield. Josie Kane finding Govan. Govan toward the sideline. Another foul against Durfee. Passed on up ahead, but into a sea of Blue Raiders. Out of play in front of Durfee's bench. Hilltoppers will reset. Govan weaving her way through, shot taken in front, and it's good! 2-0 Hilltoppers! Govan didn't really have the shot, dumped it off. And her teammates picking her up. That was a bullet fired from about 5 yards away. Dufresne could not react fast enough. Big goal for Durfee. Gives them a little bit of comfort room, a little insurance there, a second goal here. With under 25 minutes to play in the game. It's still a lot of time, but when you have that cushion, you know, if you give one up, you still have a lead here. That's big. Ooh, as the wind really picks up. Wow. Big gust of wind from up here. Good pass down into Durfee's defensive zone. A shot taken, and it's blocked. We're going to have a corner for Somerset. As Laney Martin tried to take the shot. And now going to the other side of the goal, left side of the goal, from our perspective, is Swanson, number 6, and she'll set it into play. She's gone to Rothwell on all of the corners that Somerset has had so far. Rothwell takes the shot, and it goes out of play. Nothing comes of that one, but quick transition right back to Martin. Martin forging ahead, and Somerset does grab a goal. The Blue Raiders answer less than 90 seconds after Durfee grabs goal number 2. 2-1 the score. Behind Govan now, a whistle comes in. And it'll be Somerset ball. Martin goes out of play. Martin forced that to go out of play. Ponce will send it in play here. Shot taken, bouncer in the circle, still in play, and it goes out. Blue Raiders not able to get there. Batted down and carried. Govan takes the shot, and it's good! Kat Govan make it 3-1. What an effort. Did it alone from midfield. 29th goal of the season for Govan. Makes it a 2-score game again for the Hilltoppers. Last to touch it was Somerset. Good effort from Martin, but that should be Durfee ball. Well, they're giving it to Somerset. That went out off of the Blue Raiders. You saw it right on your screen. An official missed one there. Rothwell forging ahead. Gonna take the backhanded shot? No. Strong hand. Martin takes the shot, crossing pass, and it's gonna go out. Living dangerously. Wow. That developed quickly on the Hilltoppers defense. I'm impressed. We're definitely seeing Somerset playing, I don't want to say more desperate, I would say more aggressive here in the second half. And they've definitely created more chances for themselves in comparison to the first half. They look faster and they're creating more opportunities for themselves. That's why they got a goal, and they almost got a second one right there. Went out of play. A lot of real estate. There's no fence for a while there because there's track and field events set up here at Durfee. Or space for them, I should say. Obviously not track and field season just yet, but a lot of room there, shot put and whatnot. Playing down near the goal line. Rothwell kept it in. Now a whistle sounds. And it appears she did not keep it in there at the second go around. So Durfee will reset from the 20. Excuse me, from the arc rather. Final minute and a half here of this third quarter, or thereabouts. Corner coming for the Hilltoppers. Somerset ball. Another chance. Shot. It's good! Number 30 on the season, and it ties a school record. Going back to the 90s. The record held by Terry Pacheco, and Gauvin is now tied. 4-1 Hilltoppers. Obviously, we'll have a couple extra seconds here on the scoreboard from where we're at as our timer comes to an end. We reset play. Not too many ticks left, though, here in the third quarter. But a wild third quarter, and one in which Durfee has scored 3 goals, 2 for Gauvin. And that'll go out of play. Excuse me, I should say Dufresne. Rothwell could not get there. Dufresne's in net. She's been there all game. Rothwell, number 9, couldn't get there fast enough as it went out. Good pass, strong pass, but couldn't get there. So nearing the end of the third here. Again, our timers run out. But with the goals, a couple extra seconds here down on the field are added on. Out on the sideline, reaching for it was, looked like McNally. It'll be Hilltoppers' ball. And that is it for the third quarter. Sounds like there's an issue with the scoreboard down below. We did not hear a siren. So, the official calling it. We're done with 3 here, and the Hilltoppers score 3 times in the third, build themselves a 4-1 lead. Somerset did grab a goal as well. Back around the halfway mark, Durfee scored their second. Somerset came back and scored one to answer. And then in the final 6 to 7 minutes, the Hilltoppers scoring 2 more to give themselves a 3-goal lead. It's the largest margin of advantage, I guess you could say, of the game for Durfee. We're just 15 minutes away from picking up victory number 9 on the season. And a victory against Somerset that's been a long time coming. Durfee has not beaten the Blue Raiders in some time. Of course, Somerset's had a lot of success over the last few years. Some state championships. Well, let's take a look at the road ahead here while the teams are in their break in between quarters. For Somerset-Berkley, their next 2 games, they have a home game this Wednesday against the Apponequet Lakers, 6:15 start at Somerset. Then on Friday at Old Rochester, a 3:30 game on the road to finish the week. For Durfee, they have Old Rochester away on Wednesday this week, 3:30. Then on Saturday, Dighton-Rehoboth. That's an away game as well. Saturday morning, 10:30 in the morning. So an early game against the Falcons. And then back home on Monday, last game on the schedule against the Apponequet Lakers, 5:30 game. It's senior night here at Durfee. Again, weather permitting, we will have that whole broadcast for you. We're hoping for no rain. If not, at the very least, as long as it's not torrential, we'll be able to at least get the ceremony for our seniors on the team. Nicole Tixera, Meg Raposo, Malik Issa, and Kayleen Rivera on our varsity roster, the seniors for Coach Henrique. Fourth quarter about to begin here on Fred TV. Evan Massoud with you this evening. Been a good night for the Hilltoppers. The third quarter here is really where they opened it up just moments ago. Clock is running, 4-1 the score. I'd say if you're Somerset and you're looking to kind of get back into this, I mean, 3 goals is not a ton. It's been done, but, you know, much rather prefer this to be a 1 or 2 score game rather than 3. Somerset needs a goal here early in this fourth quarter, I think, if they want to stay in it. A corner coming for Somerset. as Swanson goes back to set it in motion. Ball out of play off of Durfee. Ball sent towards the net, and it goes wide to the right, about 3 or 4 feet off the mark. The Hilltoppers will reset. Pass up ahead, and it's broken up. Nicely done defensively there. That looked to be Abby O'Brien, number 15. Swanson was also there to break that one up as it went out on the goal line. Well, I mentioned earlier as election season here is drawing closer and closer to a close. Fred TV is sponsoring a school committee debate for the second consecutive election season. We did it 2 years ago over at Cuss, but this year it will be here at the new Durfee in the library, beautiful new library, and it will be live. And it is open to the public, 6:30 next Wednesday, the 27th, for 90 minutes. And the panel will be comprised of Durfee student government members. They'll be asking the questions, and our very own Pamela Martin will be the moderator for the debate. Govin looking to break a school record, and it's blocked! Saved by Dufresne! Was looking for the hat trick, and history could not get it there. We also want to remind you that on election night, we will have live coverage of the results on our sister station, FRG TV, channel 18. That's, of course, on Tuesday, November 2nd. Pam and I will be working the polls, or hitting the polls, I should say, and going around the city to get some shots, sights and sounds during the day, and then, of course, live coverage in the evening of the results as they come in. Shot taken, it goes out of play, and it'll be a corner for the Hilltoppers. Nothing comes of it there for Durfee. 10 minutes to go. You know, everybody who complained last week that it was too hot should come and work a game here in November at night on the roof. We're not even in November, and what a difference a week makes. It is cold up here. I always think, you know, I've been doing this now since 2012, and you can never be overdressed for the cold. Even when I think I'm going to be overdressed, I think, oh, no, I'll be all right. Nope, should have put another layer on. And I will not make that mistake come Thursday night, I assure you. Like I said, it's really the wind that's the killer. It's certainly cool out, but when the wind starts gusting, it's rough. That's for sure. But then again, I'm a lot warmer than the players are, I'm sure. That one goes out of play. Great chance for the Blue Raiders to grab goal number 2, but they can't cash in. They had numbers down there within 5 yards of the goal. The shot goes wide. Rothwell moving through the middle of the field, has some help down low as her forwards moving down the field. Good pass there to Albin. Chance in front for the Blue Raiders, and it does not get there. The defense blocking the shot. Second chance effort now, no good. Hilltoppers reset. It did ultimately go out on the goal line. Delisle sending it through everybody. Sending it back to Kane, who takes the shot loose in front and quickly cleared. And now a corner coming for the Hilltoppers. Backhanded shot. And it's going to go. Yes, it will. Kane was there in front off the feed from Garvin. And it's 5-1 Hilltoppers. And with 6 minutes to go, that should pretty much ice this one. Broken up. Chasing it down there was Ponce. Got it back. Now to Martin. Who was tumbling down. It went out of play. Shot taken, second chance. Hall blocking it with the foot, and it leaves the zone for the moment. Out of play. Nice save there from Hall with the kick save. Kane trying to get it by Rothwell, cannot. Whistle comes in, it's Durfee ball. Towards the net. Oh, it skipped through. And a whistle sounds. Hilltopper's going to get the corner. Two and a half to play here at Durfee. Rothwell tries to take it from Govan, foul, and it'll be Somerset ball. Martin gets by, working the sideline. Tried to get around Curran. It'll be a free ball for Somerset. Kick save from Hall. And it'll be a corner here for Somerset, but a good save from Hall once again. Little more than a minute to play. They go back to Rothwell again. Storming out defensively, the Hilltoppers break it up. Whistle sounds. Shot taken. Rothwell trying to put it back on net, and a corner again for the Blue Raiders. Swanson has targeted Rothwell every time from the corner. Right here, number 9. And she goes through again. Time has run out here on our scoreboard, so not much left. As the Hilltoppers close in on win number 9. There's the siren. The Hilltoppers have defeated the Blue Raiders here at Durfee. 5-1, the final score. Huge win for the Hilltoppers against a rival team. And as I said, victory number 9 for Durfee. For Somerset, they drop now to 6-4-3. And for the Blue Raiders, it is their first loss in nearly a month. This breaks up a 5-game winning streak. Their last loss was against Dighton Rehoboth on Wednesday the 22nd. The Hilltoppers hand them a loss here on Monday, October the 18th. Great game, good defense, clutch scoring, some nice saves from Hall in net, filling in for Hutchinson. Pretty all-around solid game for the Hilltoppers, and I'm sure that's going to make Coach Henrique happy as we get down to the final games of the season. Congratulations to Kat Govin. 2 goals tonight. She's up to 30 on the season. That ties a school record for the freshman, tied now with Terry Pacheco in the Durfee history books. Fun one tonight from Durfee. A cold one. Appreciate our student crew tonight, Sam Montero and Brandon Doobie, as you see Kristen Govin, Kat's mom, our assistant athletic director, hugs after the game, and now a team photo after the win. We'll leave you with that team photo. We'll see you Thursday for girls soccer here on Fred TV. 6 o'clock start. We hope you'll join us then. Until then, Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee.